Hello, this is Keith All, and I just want to show you how you can add an accordion style menu to your website using the Builderall platform. Now, right now, I'm in the preview mode of my website that I do tutorials with. Now, what is an accordion style menu? Well, if you look at this area right here, if I click on it, watch what happens. It unfolds down below, and this type of menu style is used a lot in different formats, but it could be used for like your frequently asked questions on your website. So if I click on it again, it brings it back up. So as I click on each question, it will collapse beneath it, and it will show the answer, just like that. So, and what I have down below this is how you can make the same effect using the HTML element within Builderall. And this effect it doesn't look exactly like this, and I'm still learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and that's what's being used to generate this menu. So let's scroll down here, and if I click on this, like I said, I put the hover feature on this, so whenever I put my cursor over the question, it changes the background. If I click on it again, it drops it down, and you could do that with every single one of them. So I won't go into detail how this HTML code is, but I just want to show you how you can achieve the same result using different methods. So let's go back to the editing screen, and I'm going to show you how I add this. Now, but first of all, how you add an HTML element is you go over here to the left, click on the plus sign, and you click on apps, and then you just click on the HTML element, and that's what this is. So if I right click on it and I click on edit, you'll be able to see the HTML code that actually generates that type of menu. Again, like I said, this tutorial is not about me explaining how to write HTML, CSS, or JavaScript code. But again, I just want to show you how you could achieve this same feature using the HTML element. So I'm going to click down below. Now, how you actually generate this through the drag and drop features of Builderall, you go over here to the left again. You want to add an element, and the element is called boxes and lines. So if I click on that, and if you look over to the right, over here it says Accordion elements, and in parentheses it says beta. So right now they must be still testing it and this feature. But if I click on that, it scrolls down here to the left, and it gives you multiple different forms of the accordion style. Right now, I'm using the style number 1, which is this one right here. Now, in future videos, I'm going to go through the same process, and I'm going to explain to you what style number 2 is, 3 and 4, etc. But right now, we're going to show you how style number 1 works. So if I did click on this, you'll see over here to the right the default, how it looks. And if I stretch it, I could widen it. I could do a lot of different things with it, move it, etc. But I'm not going to do that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to show you exactly how I generated this, the color scheme, the borders, and everything with it. So if I do a right click, we're first going to work with the configuration section of it. So if I click on configuration, basically what it is let me move this over. So if I scroll up to the top, it says these individual items here are called panels. And there's a panel title and a panel description. Basically, the panel title is what you see here for the person to click on. So basically, it's the frequently asked question that they want an answer on. And if they click on it, it collapses it, and it'll show the answer. And this is where you put the detail to this particular question or item that you put into the title form. And as you can see, that it has the full functionality like Word, where you can format your data that you put in here, from different styles to font sizes to heading style, everything. You can really format this. You can center the text, you can bold it, italicize it, etc. with this one particular toolbar. You could also look at the HTML code behind that if you so choose to. So that's how this screen works, the configuration portion of it. You could add new panels. In other words, I could add another question down below right here. I could delete them at any time. And always, when you make changes to this, just click on the Save button. So let's go to the next area called Customization. So if I want to work with the active header style, in other words, the active header is basically the one that you're clicking on. So in other words, this is the active header. And as you can see, when I choose to click on it, it changes the background color of it. If I click on it again, it changes back to the non-active header, basically. So let's go in here again, go to Customization, Active Header Style. So basically, what this option does is you get to choose the background of the header that is active. In other words, like I said, after the user clicks on it, that's the active header. And you can change the color of it. So that's how so once they click on it, this header portion will change to the color that you select over here. Now, this section here, where you can bold, italicize it, or center the text, or justify it, left justify it, or right justify it. That means it's referring to the text that is in the panel title. If you go down to this section here, you get to choose the size of the text, which is this. You can change the font, and also you could change the color of the text itself. Right now it's selected to white. If I go ahead and choose a different color, it'll change the color of the text. If I go back here, let's do that. I'm going to do that, the active header. Remember, okay, this is what's going on here. Let's do this. Let's do that. And let's go back to Customization, Active Header. It'll change it. See how it changes the color? Okay, let's do that. If I change the size of the text, watch the text decreases. I'm going to go back to size 20. So that's how it works, how you could actively work with this without doing a preview first and saving all your changes. You could see it firsthand. The header style here, let's close out of this. If I work with the header style, again, this is the non-active header. Right now the active header is this one. The non-active headers are this guy. So let's do this. So the background color of the header. So let's do that. As you can see, it changes. So I want to change it back to this color. Let's see. I think it was this color here. So I'm going to change it back. So that's the background color. Again, this is referring to, this section here is referring to the text. So you can left justify it, center, and do whatever you want. See how it changes? So I'm going to go back to left justify it. Again, this section right here is referring to the text color of the non-active header. And see how it changes the color to the non-active header. So I'm going to change it back to white. Close out of this. Now the border style. You could select the different border style. Right now it's at solid. So let's show you the dash. See what happens to the border? Turns the dash. Or the groove. And it changes that to that. So I'm going to go back to solid. The border size, it's at 8 pixel. Watch what happens. See how this border increases in size. Let's go back to 8. There we go. And then the color down here. So if I want to select the color, that's referring to the color of the border. Right now, let's go back to red. See how the border changes to red. I'm going to go back to the original, which should be, I think it's this one. There we go. That was the original. So that's that section, the header style. So let's now work with the current style. Okay, this is referring to the content in the panel description. So watch what happens when I change the background of the content. So again, it's set to right. If I choose the color, it changes the background color. Okay, so that's that section. The border size, again, the border size refers to the border on the inside of the panel. So let's see how it changes this border, the thickness of it. Let's go back to the original. I think it was 12. And then the color. Again, this is the color of the border. So you could see what happens to the border. So let's go back to the original. Right there. So basically, that's how you could use the accordion style menu number 1 to achieve the effect that you want in Builderall. In future videos, again, I'm going to go through the multiple styles that we can use. And it enables you to add a lot of different features. So I'm glad you stopped by today. Look for more videos using the Builderall platform and also many other platforms that I use with my clients. I want to thank you again for stopping by. Have a great day. And always remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel so you get updates on when I upload a new video. Bye now.